Good morning, afternoon, or whatever time period it is when you watch this video. Welcome back to this week's Wellness Chat and Check-In. I'm your host, Love Goddess. How you doing? How you feeling? I got a question, as I always do. I got a question for you. Do you trust yourself? And I know it's, again, maybe early in the morning when you're watching this, but seriously, do you trust yourself? Because I do trust myself. But it took a lot of work for me to get here, and sometimes it still takes work for me to stay here. Because sometimes I'm mean to myself. Actually, I'm mean to myself way more often than I'm mean to anyone else. So, trusting myself can be difficult. Trusting ourselves in general can be difficult. But that doesn't mean that it can't be done. Now, why is it important to trust yourself? Well, one, you are the person that you see every day, have to deal with every day, absolutely every day for the rest of your life. It would make sense to trust the person that you're with every day. Let's just keep it simple. Not trusting yourself does very little, if any, good for any of us. But it is incredibly easy to not trust ourselves. And I was reading this cute little article that is in the description below that talks about a few reasons why we don't trust ourselves and 2 things that we can do to start to cultivate trust. One of the reasons why we don't trust ourselves is because we disappoint ourselves quite often. And there are a lot of reasons why we can disappoint ourselves. Like sometimes it's because we set our goals just a little bit too high for what we can reasonably do in that moment. Sometimes we forget to complete a goal or a task, and so we beat ourselves up over that. And sometimes we disappoint ourselves because we believe that we're supposed to be something that someone else told us that we're supposed to be. If that makes sense. And then you realize that you're not who or what this other person told you should be. And so now you can't trust that you know yourself, that you know how to handle situations, that you know what bothers you and what doesn't bother you, any of those things. For me, I think it's a mixture of all 3. And like I said, it's not the only 3 reasons why we don't trust ourselves or why we may disappoint ourselves, but those are the top 3 reasons for me. So I incorporate affirmations. I have an affirmation up on one of my whiteboards in this cute little room that says, trust yourself, you know what you're doing. Because more often than not, I will second guess myself and not go with my instincts and with my intuition. And every time I do that, things go wrong. It goes badly. And And I'm tired of feeling that way. I'm tired of feeling like I can't trust myself. So I do affirmations. I do some shadow work, and I do some journaling, and I meditate. Actually, I need to start meditating more often because I am not doing it as much as I would like or had planned. But it's okay because I trust that I'll get back to it. Questions to ponder, to pontificate on, to think about. First question is, when did you stop trusting yourself? Because I think that'll answer a lot of questions as to why you don't trust yourself. It could have been at any moment. Maybe it was in a previous relationship. Maybe it was in your childhood. Maybe it was at your last job. After a terrible accident. Anything could have happened. So when did you stop trusting yourself? Second question, why is it hard to trust yourself? In your opinion, why is it hard for you to trust yourself? For me, I like striving for perfection. I feel like that is just the best thing, and when I can't get it, I don't trust. If I don't get to perfection, then I feel like I can't trust myself to ever get there, even though I'm still working on the fact that perfection probably does not exist for humans. And maybe I'll link the video I did on that below as well. Editing me, put a note somewhere. And question 3, how are you going to work on it? Now, I gave you one of the solutions that I use, which is affirmations, but everyone's different and not everything works for everybody. So, what are you going to do about it? Follow me on social media at all of these places. Bug me there about the topics that I talk about. Not to try to get me to go out with you. I'm not interested. But I do love you guys. And I will see you next week to talk about something else wellness related. Bye.